Mason here on Iowa's favorite country, K97. Joining me in the studio from PMC Advantage, Greg Meyer. Greg, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Glad to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, you got it. We get enough snow for you here these past couple weeks, or what, man?
Yeah, I think there's definitely enough snow out there for us.
Yeah. I'll bet PMC Advantage Insurance Company, a pretty darn big one. Why don't you tell us a bit more about PMC Advantage and Greg, what you do with the company?
Yeah, so PMC Advantage, we started back in the mid 1950s as a part of Pharmacist Mutual. Started about 116 years ago, and we get ready to stand up our own company in the agency side, and we sell here locally in the state of Iowa, but we also sell in all 50 states. So just helping individuals from their insurance needs to the financial services piece. Myself, I'm an AVP, an assistant vice president, leading the sales and operation under our leader, who's our president, Brian Rockers. And it's been a good year for us so far. We're getting ready to stand up our company as our own independent company on 1/1 of 26, and we're looking forward to see what it's gonna look like.
That's awesome. Yeah, top 100 agency in the country. And just getting your roots right here in Iowa, too, being that big. I think it's great, especially being such a big farming state.
Yeah, I mean, agriculture is a big piece of what we do, and it's been challenging. The insurance industry has really changed a lot in the last 3 to 5 years, and so has the operations of the farmers too. So we really have to guide what we're doing versus what the farmers are doing to make sure they're protected when the unexpected happens.
Yeah, and it's got to be such a terrible time. What does it mean for your customers when they go with you when something bad happens? I mean, you have to be right on top of that, don't you?
Yeah, no doubt. One of the biggest things that we pride ourselves on is the expertise. We have to know really what the farmers are doing day in and day out. That way that if something were to happen, we know that they are covered. And for them, it's really, it's a peace of mind. When something does unexpectedly happen, they can trust us that we made sure that we covered them the right way, and they don't have to worry about any loss that they may take.
Yeah. I'll tell you, you're doing great things for the farmers, but it is way more than farmers that you're covering, the average Joe and businesses. And we'll chat more with you here in a bit, Greg, if you don't mind sticking around for a bit.
Absolutely.
All right, Greg Meyer with PMC Advantage, chatting with him more soon here on Iowa's favorite country, K97. Iowa's favorite country, K97, in the studio with Greg Meyer from PMC Advantage. Say, Greg, we talked a lot about what you do for farmers, but it's for businesses. It's for the average Joe. And PMC Advantage is a top 100 agency in the country according to size. What exactly does that mean, Joe? What exactly does that mean, Greg?
No, yeah, absolutely. And it's an honor to say that we're able to be in that group of top 100. And it really represents of who we are. We represent a disciplined type of structure when it comes to our sales and operations. And with that discipline, we really put it all toward our client focus. And the agents across the country rather, really prioritize long-term relationships, whether it's here locally in Iowa or in the respective territories in the state that they live in.
That's great. Yeah, all 50 states. I mean, Iowa, even placing in there with the population size, that's got to show. And Algona originally, right?
Yep.
Where this was all started?
Yep.
Okay. And where are you based out of again?
I'm based out of Ankeny.
Okay. But I mean, all over the state, and now all over the country. That's just great, definitely a very high honor. Can you tell us about the 5 key practice groups?
Yeah, most definitely. So one thing that I was tasked with coming into PMCA was our president, Brian Rockers, really had an idea of breaking down our agency within 5 key practice groups. And these 5 key practice groups are anything from healthcare, commercial, personal lines, our life and health, and then obviously being a base of Iowa, our farm and agriculture. And what Brian's vision was to really try and grow this thing in each of those verticals, but more trying to get the right agents attacking the right risk, and having our agents that are specialized in those areas will create up more success for not only us, but for our insurers if the unexpected happens. So what we do is we have a breakdown really probably across the country. Healthcare is our biggest division, our biggest vertical, and we are one of the top agencies as far as insuring, pharmacies, dental, veterinarian clinics, things of that nature. But here locally, we are big on the commercial and personal line side.
Well, I tell you, you guys being able to work with all these different companies, and I mean, there's got to be changes all the time, in the insurance game. What's the future looking like in insurance trends for 2026?
Yeah, like I had mentioned before, the last few years has been a wild ride in the insurance industry. The market has shifted across the country, and specifically to call out Iowa, it may be safe to say that we've had some of the most volatility in our state here. And I know a lot of people always kind of quote that we're the Florida of the Midwest with all the weather that we've had, but that's created some challenges for a lot of our carriers. We've seen people take rate. A mass amounts of rate. We've seen underwriting guidelines really start to tighten down. And then we've seen some of our smaller mutuals pull out of the state completely.
That is, it's always a headache dealing with it, but having a company like yours that is on top of everything, and I'm browsing over the website, I'm learning things about businesses that, you're very helpful with.
Yeah, no question. And I think that's probably one of the hardest challenges, especially in the farm and agriculture space. No operation's the same. A dairy farmer's needs is different than someone that maybe does row crop. And as they change their operation and deal with the weather patterns and the cost of inflation for farm equipment, et cetera, it makes it a challenge for our producers. They have to be on top of the game, and they have to understand what's really going on in the real world, not just in the insurance world as well.
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, when a lot of farmers are dealing with that crop insurance, you can kind of tell something's on their mind. They're a bit snippier when you chat with them,
Oh yeah, they're pretty protective and they're pretty proud of what they have, and it's something that I've seen my entire life. My dad owns an agency, crop insurance agency in Northwest Iowa, so I've been around it since as long as back as I can remember, and that's something that we take pride in with our agents is we're really trying to protect not only the farm and the land, but it's the legacy that they want to leave behind, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, being around so long, it proves that PMCA has quite the legacy as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, Greg, any advice for our listeners out there thinking about insurance? Any advice for them that you could leave us with?
Yeah, I would say, look to review your coverage annually. Life changes, things happen, markets shift, and risk are always evolving. Making sure that the protection you have keeps pace with the life and lifestyle that you also have. It might be the simplest task to do, but it's probably the most impactful thing that you can do to protect you and your loved ones. Also your farm or your business if you're a business owner.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, that is great advice. And I think we have some off-air chatting to do because it's been a while since I've looked at mine. And yeah.
would love to start taking a look at your stuff.
All right. Well, Greg Meyer, again, PMC Advantage. I want to thank you so much for coming in today, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been an honor. And us at PMCA and all of Pharmacist Mutual, we have a really good thing going. And we're excited about 2026. And if you'd like to stop out, and we'd like to take a look at any of your insurance needs.
All right. Socials, how do we find you on social media?
Yeah, so we're either at, you can look up Pharmacist Mutual, or we're at pmca.agency, and you can get a quote right there online, or any of our contact numbers or emails are on there as well.
All right, perfect. Greg, thanks again, man. Take care.
Thank you.
Iowa's favorite country, K97.